Hey guys, this is Ginger, and I'm back with another expression. I didn't want to discuss this, even though this keeps coming up, and I keep seeing it on my timeline about Russell Wilson and Ciara, and the whole everybody keep calling him a simp, and how he's taking care of Future's son. I wasn't going to talk about it because I just find it dumb. Because it's not like I haven't seen this like a million times over growing up. You have a lot of people they have children by other people, and then they wind up later on getting married, and they wind up taking on the children that was there when he met the woman. And they act like it's something strange, like they've never seen this before. But this guy Russell Wilson, he's an NFL player, and people can't seem to stop talking. It was mostly men, I ain't gonna lie, can't seem to stop talking about him. And the only reason why I'm doing a commentary now about him, because I'm a little bothered. He just recently had a Thanksgiving dinner, right? And he invited another. Well, he's an ex NFL player. His name is Trevone Boykin, and it makes me think about my mother. You listen to your parents and older people when they're speaking. You know, they give you words of wisdom that you need to listen to. My mother, when I was younger, my mother never liked company. My mother never let people come to the house. Rarely did anybody come to our house. My mother said, "You can't just let people to your home. You can't let them get familiar with you. You can't let them see how you living." Because they run back and they tell their friends everything that's going on. Some people will befriend you just so they can find out what's going on with you, so they can talk about you. And as I got older, I come to realize that. And to me, that was the case with this man right here. The situation with that guy, Trevone Boykins. He actually went on a podcast. And I forgot this man named Cameron Newton. I forgot his name. But anyway, he was on the podcast, right? And he was going and telling everybody how, Russell Wilson invited him to his house, and he thought the whole atmosphere was weird because none of his family members was there. And he was like his mother and his sisters, and nobody was there. And he was like, if it was him, his family would clown him because, how can I have a Thanksgiving? And somehow, I think he has a sponsorship with an airline. How I couldn't have dare have had a Thanksgiving and didn't fly them all in. Why you compare your life to his life? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that much about Russell Wilson, but everybody keeps talking about him, and they're only talking about him in a bad way. From my understanding, he's doing well in his career, but all they care about is the thought that he married Ciara and that he's taking care of some rapper's child named Future's son, and then also, from my understanding, they said he just recently changed her oldest child's name to his last name. And everybody calling him a simp for that. I mean, he is catching hell from these guys. He's a simp this, simp that, simp, simp. That's the word they keep using. Simp, simp, simp. And then he keep talking Sierra out saying, the Sierra's old and she's been ran through and all this other stuff. Listen, I don't understand. She won't be the first or last to marry someone after having children by somebody else. But I don't know. Why is this just a big deal about him? Because you got other guys in this industry has done the same thing. Somebody put in the comment, what is it about Russell Wilson that's catching the hell behind all of this? And I was looking at a picture of his family. They look happy as hell. Okay, I mean, I'm looking at the family. I mean, don't get me wrong. A picture, could be fake, but I don't hear anybody saying bad things about him besides the thought that these other guys, these other lames keep calling him a simp. They said he's a really good guy. You can't be a good guy and be liked for that. People gotta taint your image. People have to taint your image. And I think that's what's going on with Russell Simmons. I mean, I keep saying his name wrong. Russell Wilson, excuse me. That's the same thing that's going on with him. Now, I don't know what Sierra behavior was before she met him, but they kind of keep saying she was loose and she was ran through and she been with a lot of guys. And Future, he has a lot of other children or something like that, and she's just a baby mama. But I'm like, okay, that was the past. She's with him now, and it seemed like she's happy. I hope she don't like do something stupid and make him look bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I keep saying about all these other ones I mentioned about like Steph Curry and I hope they women like just don't go out there and do something stupid. Because that's really what these men want. They want to taint their image. They want them to look bad in front of everybody. And I take it he has a lot of endorsements and things like that because he mentioned that as well. I understand he's in for he has endorsement with an airline. How you don't fire your whole family out here? He was just going in. And even the guy that interviewed him, after he finished, even he said he had a problem with that. This man invites you to his home, and you can't wait to go on the podcast to talk about what was going on in his house. I tell you. But I just thought I'd touch base with it. I didn't think I would be talking about this guy because I don't follow football, to be honest. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big Sierra fan either. But It seemed like their life is on Front Street. But I hope, they stay together. They don't let people break them up. And I hope they stay a happy family. But, until next time, as usual, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. And please go look at some of my older commentary. You have a nice night.
Russell Wilson, I went to his house for Thanksgiving. The weirdest feel like he catered. So like, bro, I come from a traditional country black family.
We throwing down.
If I got as much money as Russell Wilson, my whole family would talk about me so bad if I ain't fly everybody out there for Thanksgiving. And I'm sponsored by an airline.
Yes.
Maybe he not close to his family.
And maybe he not. But his mama wasn't there. Sisters wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even though, like, it's still weird to me. I'm just still, even if you don't food with your family, like, it's still weird to me on Thanksgiving. My family gonna do the food. That's just what we gonna. If you the one with the money, we coming to your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me
that part.
That's what we gonna do. So to get over there and catch Russell Wilson, like, him is literally him, Sierra Daddy, me, Noonie, Baby Future, the chef, and 2 nannies, and 3 dogs. And Baby Future at that time was bad as hell. hey, Baby Future, what you think? You know, everybody going around the room saying what they thankful for and shit. Like, Baby Future, what you thankful for? Oh, just thankful for. I think he said something like, I mean, he was a kid though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he was a kid. I think he a lot better than that. But at that time, like, bro was just, he knew, like, I think he understood it. Like, he knew he was just spoiled, just bad. You feel me? Like, who his daddy was, who his mama was, who he hanging around. Like, he started to understand. And so in that case, like, but then I leave Russ' crib, go to Earl Thomas' crib.
Earl, that's more family oriented because you met me there.
We all was at home when I stepped off at Earl crib.
We playing spades, good food.
Spades,
like, we
little bit of in there.
Shout out Earl,
Area 29, bro. Shout out. I know you got the restaurant down there in Seattle, and it might be one in Austin too.